Hey, Ezra Firestone here with you, CEO of Zipify Apps, and I want to welcome you to the first Zipify News Minute. This is a weekly show where I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in Shopify, what's going on in retail, at large, like the retail landscape, the total e-commerce landscape outside of Shopify, just in general, some updates that we've made to Zipify apps, some of the things that we're always working on, making our apps better, new integrations, new features. So share with you some of the stuff we've done, and then also kind of review one of our templates, because one of the things that makes our landing page builder special is that the actual templates, yes, you can build anything you want, but the templates that we put in there that are pre-made come from our businesses, come from what's actually working for us. So it's kind of fun to look at, hey, this template was used in this particular type of sales funnel, and this was its performance. So let's go over to the computer and hop into the Zipify News Minute. All right, here we are at the computer, and let's start with the latest Shopify news, because, hey, Zipify is built on Shopify. So we like to talk about what's going on with Shopify. Now, many of you know that Shopify had an event, a live streamed event called Reunite, where they announced all kinds of stuff. They announced stuff about money, about how they're lending, and they're opening up their own sort of credit card of sorts. But the most interesting thing they announced was this: Shopify Pay Installments. Okay, so what this is like where someone can go on your Shopify store and they can buy something in 4 installments natively. So they can just, hey, 3 payments of $19.99, 4 payments of $15 over the course of 4 weeks. It used to be that you needed a third-party application for that, right? You needed Afterpay or Klarna or Sezzle. Well, now they're doing that natively. They're doing that without any apps, right? And one of the things about being in the Shopify app ecosystem is, Shopify is like Amazon. They're like Whole Foods, where they're going to see what's working and then use that to improve their product, right? They're going to add things that third-party developers are building into Shopify if 80% or more of their users want it. Well, a lot of people want pay installments, so they're adding that. And this is indicative of what Shopify believes of itself, which is that its core product is checkout, i.e. Shopify does a lot of stuff. It does inventory management. It does point of sale. It does all kinds of stuff. But the main thing it does is facilitate commerce, is facilitate someone paying you. And that's why they're investing all this energy in Shopify Pay. Shopify Pay has one-click checkout now, just like Amazon, where you just type in your code that you get text message to, and it automatically fills in all your information. It connects to Facebook. It does a bunch of cool stuff. And now it's doing installments. And Shopify is going to continue to evolve their checkout and make it much harder for anyone like me, for example, Zipify One-Click Upsell, that has a third-party checkout that is not Shopify native checkout, to compete with them. And one of the other things that they announced, and one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up, is that they're now going to be working with third-party payment providers like me, third-party gateways like me, to allow folks to have a way in to their checkout. So we're going to be able to offer Zipify One-Click Upsell natively in Shopify, which is something that we have been dreaming of for a long time. And this, what you're seeing here, the updates they've made to Shopify Pay, like installments and some of the other things they're doing, is making that possible. So that's really exciting for us, and we'll have more announcements for that in the coming months. But that's a really big thing to pay attention to. Moving on to retail at large, there's always a lot of news in retail, especially in this coronavirus era. But one article I want to point out, something really fascinating. This is from Retail Brew. Something Navy blogger Ariel Charnas is launching a clothing brand. That's the headline of it. So basically, this woman is an influencer, and she did a collaboration with Nordstrom and sold $4 million in a single day. And now she's launching her own clothing line. And that clothing line is already valued at $45 million. It's got a pledge of $10 million in funding. And she has no design experience. So she's got help with that. But the point here is, like, everything that we talk about, where we're always talking about build your brand, build your community, use content, engage your subscriber database with content that's relevant and interesting to them, build a relationship with them beyond the products that you're selling. Look at what it's worth. It's worth, in this case, a $45 million valuation without ever having sold anything, right? So not that I'm saying, hey, you need an influencer for your brand. Quite the opposite. I don't actually think influencer-based brands are that compelling personally, as someone who Zipify in a way is an influencer-based brand. I am the influencer. Boom, my retail brand was an influencer-based brand, and we transitioned it away from that because we feel like it's a more stable, more sustainable business when it's not built on a single person's persona. But there's nothing wrong with that to start. If you are charismatic and have enthusiasm and want to talk about whatever's going on in your market or your product's market, do it. Or get a bunch of people to do it for you. And the way we do that is via an ambassador program, which I've got a whole bunch of posts on the Smart Marketer blog all about how we run our ambassador program. We actually get our customers to become our brand ambassadors, to become our influencers. But the point here is whether you're doing it or you're having customers or avatars or models or people do it for you, put out content, engage the community of people who are interested in the products that you're selling beyond the products that you're selling, because it's incredibly valuable. And I thought this story illustrated that really well. So with that, we will move on to Zipify updates. So the first thing is an upgrade to Zipify Pages. We added a product launch pre-sell page template. This is a really awesome template, and we've been using this product launch pre-sell page template when we are reformulating or relaunching new products. You'll notice it's got a dynamic buy box here at the top. We've got the button with the animation on it that has the outline and text in the middle. We found those to work really well. Colored backdrop to separate the page with the text. We've got long forward and left right content, calls to action in between that take you back to the buy box, and then a little bit more sales copy and another call to action down the bottom with the header and footer. Now I'll actually show you, we literally just ran another page just like this, summer silk sale. So instead of using it to launch a product, we actually used it to sell a product, right? So it was basically a product pre-sale page for a product that we already had, and we didn't want to use the standard sale page. Now you'll notice the sale has ended, so we've replaced this with an opt-in box, but I'll actually hop into the page and show you. I will unhide the dynamic buy box here. See, this is, I'll go ahead and hide the opt-in box. I'll just hide that so you can't see it. And then I will unhide on all devices the buy box so you can take a look at what the page looks like. We're using a video on mobile here. Below the buy box, there's a video. We are not using that video on desktop, but just for mobile viewers. We wanted that sales video. But anyways, got the buy box here up at the top. Just like you can see here, we've got the buy box up at the top, just like the template. And then we've got the colored backdrop and text, which is a really nice way to kind of underneath the actual dynamic buy box, which the image carousel, you can see this one's filled out, same button style that's working really well, products on sale, a little bit of sales copy. Really great way to break up the page is a full width colored backdrop block, some long form left right content. On this page, we've got it different for desktop and mobile. A little bit, in this case, we've updated this template and added a reviews section, a little more sales copy. And then this also had calls to action back up to the buy box throughout. And I'll just unhide the form and I'll hide the buy box. Just like the other page, but since it's no longer in play, we got rid of the calls to action that are interspersed throughout. So this is a really wonderful template that you can use for one-off sale events, or that you can use as sales pages for products that you have maybe are reintroducing or already have, and maybe you've made some updates to them the way that we did with this page. So really exciting new template. Another really exciting update we've made to Zipify Pages has to do with some headers that we've added. So I'm going to delete the header on this page, and I'm going to first add the scrollable text nav header. So what this does is it allows you to have a bunch of links that then you can make sticky. So as a user scrolls, and we anchor these links to different parts of the page. So as they scroll down the page, it stays with them, right? So they can scroll down and they'll have that sticky header, and they can click on these different sections, and it will sort of anchor to those parts of the page, which is really wonderful. But the cool thing about it is on mobile, it stays up there on mobile as they're scrolling, and they can use a swipe or a tap to get to more menu items. And we found this to be really effective on mobile when you've got a longer form page and you want people to get to other parts of the page. So that's a really exciting new header that we've added, and it's in one of our new templates as well. And we've added a timer and title button header. So basically you can make this sticky, and let's say you're running a sale event and you want it to, count down to a specific date, for example, and you want to say, maybe you want the button to say shop our sale. I'm a big fan of the outline buttons right now. I'll go ahead and use a black outline with black text. I usually go 20-point font and bolded font, and I like the animation action. And maybe you want to go 3 pixels on the border so it stands out a little bit, and save. Oops, you got to make it a destination. So I'll just say, maybe in this case it goes to a product. And so what's great about this, and then you can say, sale ends in, okay, and you can save that. And now, as a user is consuming your sale page, there's a countdown timer happening. I didn't publish it, so you don't see it actually counting down. And a call to action button for them to, add a product to the cart or shop the sale. And that's a really fun header that we just added that's very effective in sale events or any events where you've got a time delay. And the last thing for Zipify Pages is you'll notice here on the left it says product pages. And you'll notice that we can now use Zipify Pages in our Shopify /products section. So basically, version 1 will pull in your theme's buy box for a given product, and then you can use Zipify Pages to add content above or below the buy box that you have in your theme. So you can actually publish into /products with Zipify Pages. This is only on front runners right now. It'll be rolled out to everybody really soon. And then eventually, in about a month, you'll be able to actually use our dynamic buy boxes, which you can use in addition to your theme's buy box right now, but you'll be able to use our dynamic buy boxes and templates without your theme's buy box. You'll be able to use completely custom Zipify Pages product templates. Right now, you can edit the template that you do have and add content, add videos, add long form left-right sales copy to your theme's product pages, which is really exciting. And very soon we'll have our own templates. And now for some news about one-click upsell. You can see that our store has made $4 million in upsell revenue, 4.2, and we have made the most money of any store on one-click upsell, which is really exciting. So we've built this for ourselves, and we are the #1 store who's using it, which is cool. Now, one of the big updates is actually that we've added a new trigger type. You can have a product variant trigger. So as an example, silk 8-ounce, I could call this. I could set it up such that the trigger is not just a product, but actually an individual variant of a specific product. So my Boom Silk product, for example, maybe I want to show a different upsell funnel if a user buys an 8-ounce versus if they buy a 4-ounce. Like, for example, if they buy Boom Silk 8-ounce, maybe I want to offer them one more Boom Silk 8-ounce rather than just another Boom Silk. So I can have a variant specific trigger. This is more complex. It's for people who are more advanced, but it's really freaking cool. Another really exciting thing about one-click upsell is we've added the ability to use Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, and Google Pay. So you can use Google Pay or Apple Pay through Stripe, and you can use Amazon Pay if you set up an Amazon payment gateway. And we show how to do that in our help section, but having Apple Pay and Google Pay as options are really exciting for those folks who are connected to one-click upsell using Stripe, because it just gives people more options to check out, which is really exciting. And you can check that out in our help section. You just go to our help section and search Apple Pay, and you'll find the help article about it. All right, so that's it for news on what's up with Zipify Pages and one-click upsell. We really love building these apps and adding features for you. Definitely interested in what you want us to build, so let us know. Meet me over on the other camera, and I'll tell you what's coming next. All right, we made it through the Zipify News Minute, which is actually several minutes every time. A lot of fun to share with you what's going on in Shopify, what's going on in retail at large, at least one story from each, what we've added to Zipify, the updates that we're making, why we're making them, and then, some stuff about some of the templates we release. So hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being a Zipify subscriber, Zipify customer, someone who just likes our content and follows us. We really appreciate it. Super interested in, feedback. Anything you want us to build, anything that you have questions about, let us know. help@zipify.com. And if you're not already using Zipify Pages and or one-click upsell to increase the amount of revenue that your store generates on Shopify, you should be. They're really good. We've been doing this now since 2014, building software as a service. And I have been an e-commerce merchant since 2007, and I've been developing and building e-commerce stores since about 2009. So been in the game a long time, really love this. And I have some apps that I think would be good for you. And if you're already a customer and you're already a user, thank you so much. Check in with our new Zipify Ambassador program. We've got a really fun program for customers of our app where you can get swag and you can engage with us and we can do videos, and it's a lot of fun. So email us about that. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next Zipify News Minute.